All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be making some classic burger meal. My name is Meals with Marcato, if you're watching. All the prep work I've done so far is I've just got 4, on average, medium-sized russet potatoes, and I've just peeled them because I didn't want to do that. I thought it'd take longer than it did, honestly. I could have done it here, but I didn't, and I just set them in water so they don't discolor as easily. I'm going to start by giving my hands a wash, and then we're going to julienne those, and then we're going to get going. So, just a moment. So, the reason behind, this is a pretty mundane thing to do, but the reason I'm going to be doing it is because I am not really amazing at cooking, but I want to get better. So I decided, hey, why not start doing this? And one, it gives me a reason to, cook every single week. I cook anyways, but it gives me a reason to cook new stuff. Which, by the way, I've never made this stuff before. I made 2 potatoes worth of fries a couple nights ago to see what I should do. Other than that, I've never really done this before. The potatoes, the fries, and the burgers. So I thought, this would be a good opportunity for me to learn how to cook. And if anybody's in the same boat as me, I'm a young guy, I'm in college, I think it's beneficial. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be eating the rest of my life. I can either pay more money for good food or I can just learn how to make it. So that's my little philosophy behind it, at least. So we're gonna start by julienne cutting some potatoes. Like I said, pretty mundane, but I'm not very good with a knife, so we're gonna practice and get better. I think you start by cutting in half. I know you can do them really fast if you, maybe I shouldn't have done that. No, I shouldn't have done that, but we'll figure that out next time. You can do it really fast. What I'm gonna focus on is getting pretty consistent. We're gonna go for like 1/4 of an inch maybe, and try not to cut myself, which should be fine. We're gonna try to get them a little more even. That one's actually not too terrible, but it's a little top heavy. But that's what we're gonna try. We're gonna try to, just work with the knife and get better with it. I'm really not that great, so, but I am. I remember from high school the bear claw. That's what I remember. So, thanks to my high school food teacher for teaching me that. So I hopefully don't cut myself. If I could even get a grip on this potato. Okay, maybe that's easier. Oh, that's definitely easier. So like I said, 1/4 inch slices. That one was a little wonky, but like I said, this potato turned out a little wonky. And we'll actually just cut these guys like this, because they're not too thick anyways. So, we'll see. Let's see how this goes. I'm interested. We're gonna not do everything the most efficient probably, but we're sure gonna try to at least do it right, or have the end product taste good at least. So I'm not terribly worried. I mean, like I said, I did make these once earlier this week just to see more how my oven would react, and it was honestly not terrible. I mean, it turned out fine, but I'll explain later as I go on how I plan to improve it from what I did that time. So we want to go for a consistent fry shape, or consistent fry like thickness. Obviously, like I said, they're not all going to be the same. This guy's pretty thick on one side, but I think we'll be fine. This guy as well, we'll kind of give him a down the edge cut and see if that does anything. Hey yo, Crumple Nuts, that's my buddy. Thanks for coming into the stream. I'm pretty excited. Crumple Nuts is an actual cook, so if anything goes terribly wrong, I might have some, quick customer support. Okay, so here's where we're at. So now I got chips, which next cut hopefully will be just a touch better. And then like I said, we're just gonna aim for 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. See, so that was really fast because they were all in line. I'll hopefully get there from the beginning on the next one, but I will explain what I think I'm supposed to do. And if anybody has any comments on what I should do, just let me know. What's with the oh-ah? Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang. Okay, so here, I'm gonna turn towards you guys a little bit, actually. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do here, actually, is I'm gonna cut this guy into a slice, and then I have a nice flat side to put my potato on. And I think that's better. And then this guy, I can just go bam, bam. There's some actual fries I can do, and then I can make the actual slices better. Maybe I should have done it on a flatter side, or on a longer side, so I should have done it on this side. But this is what we've got. We're gonna go for it. Maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know. But aim for 1/4 inch. My only problem with cutting it this way is I want to make sure that the slices are still the same width across without being jagged. I think as long as I'm steady, I mean, that's not terrible. It could be worse, that's for sure, but yeah, just rolling across, and I think we're doing much better. I don't know what it was last time, maybe it was just me, but I definitely had some uneven fries. And then this guy, we're gonna cut this way because it's a little thick, but my logic is if I have to cut it again down this way, I will later. But for now, I don't want to hurt my fingers, and I'm not as confident with the knife, so better safe than sorry. Kind of need these. All right, line that bad boy up. Yep. Good enough. hopefully these fries. So what I did in the oven, I'll talk about it a little bit right now, was I made them and I just didn't get my oven quite where I wanted it at the right times. This whatever recipe, the stuff I looked up to research said, hey, do it at 2 different times. So, I'm gonna do about 350 to 375 for a little bit to soften up the fries, and then I'm gonna crank it up quite a bit. I'm gonna be cooking with vegetable oil, because it has a higher smoke point, and I don't want to set off my smoke detector in my apartment like I have done twice already this week. So last time I used olive oil, lower smoke point. If I do, you guys are going to hear me jump in my kitchen to go hit it. It's right there. Luckily, it only takes a second, but I do have neighbors, and I want to be courteous to them. But like I was saying, I'm going to be cooking with vegetable oil, higher smoke point, probably about 350 to 375 at first to get it soft, and then turn it up to probably like 425 for a couple minutes just to crispen up the edge. We want a really crispy fry. I mean, at least I do. This meal, as you can see by the title, is like a classic Burger Shack meal. I'm actually going to fill this up with water right now. This is a classic Burger Shack meal, so I'm thinking like, it's not like there's any perfect right way to do this. I'm sure some people would argue that there is, but basically I'm just going for a nice, what's it called? A nice set of fries, some good crispy fries, not like any weird cuts, but some good fries. The burger, I'm going to make one that's pretty relaxed, and then I'm actually going to use an idea from my buddy Crumple Nuts. I'm going to try to make a little fancier one. The basic one is actually quite literally just some sauce and some cheese, but we'll get there. I have different kinds of cheese, but I'll probably stick with one. So, third potato, let's see, which is the wider side? This is pretty wide side compared to this, so I'm going to try cutting on this side, and we're going to see what happens. Big brain. Yep, he is big brain. Big head, big brain. That's kind of how it goes, at least. Come on, cut smoothly. Okay. One slice. This guy is like very weird. It looks like some topographical map stuff. It's not very flat, but we're gonna. It doesn't matter. Fries are fries. If some of them are crisp, that's my thought. Is I want to make. If I cut them, some of them, thinner than others. I'd rather have over crispy fries than I would undone fries. So I'd rather have a couple crispy bits. I feel like people like that when they find the crispy bits at the bottom of the bag in their fries, you kind of nibble on those. That's what I'm going to aim for. So I'm going to make sure the thickest cut fries are cooked, unless I for some reason have like really thick cut fries that end up being like one. If I have one big cut fry, I might cut our loss on that one. Obviously I'm not going to be like, well, the most thick cut fry isn't done yet, so we gotta ruin all the others, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, that was a rough one. I won't lie. That is a thick one. Looking like an apple slice. Okay. And with this one, since I cut it on the flatter side this time, we'll try this. Turn it around this way so I have something to prop my fingers up with. Get the knife touching the cutting board. Kind of do a little bear claw with the thumb. It's like bending the potato, so I'm not going to lie, it does not feel that. I know this is, yeah, there we go. That's not a good idea, just in case the knife cuts through. Trying my best to be safe. Like I said, I'm learning. We'll take it. It's close. And then, so if you were to go faster, obviously, you would kind of line these all up and just cut them, but I don't think that would go well. It would make it a lot harder for me to get consistently cut fries. It's a really thick one. So I'm taking it nice and slow, because we're going for getting better. This is the walking before you can run. You can hear my unlevel cutting board shaking and vibrating, but I will hopefully fix that before the next stream. I have to get that. I just gotta do some good old leveling fun. Bought this Will Muffle It? Will? Who's Will? No, what? Oh, towel under it. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the first message. Give me a sec. I have paper towels right here. Unfortunately, I have 2 dish towels. Both of them are dirty. And I thought, I should really do a load before I do this. Thank you for the genius idea. And look, now that I've done it, I moved it into an area. I think it's my island. That's not, or my peninsula, whatever this is called. It's not technically an island. I think that's not level, which is giving me trouble. Look at that. That is so much better. But like I said, I'm gonna get something to muffle this, or I'm gonna get something to level it, and hopefully make it less bassy. That's something I was looking at. Is the mic was picking up a lot of bass. Thanks, Crumple. Come on. See, so for some reason the tip of my knife wants to come up before it's done cutting. I don't know if it's just not sharp enough. I have looked into getting a honing rod. These are very nice knives. I don't know. I think I just need to get a honing rod to keep the blade straight, and maybe even a whetstone one day, because while they are nice, I don't know what brand they are. They don't quite say, but I don't know what brand they are. But it's like I'm actually gonna wipe my nose really quickly. I'm sure it can't hurt to I'm sure it won't hurt to, give it a good sharpening at the beginning. Yeah, it seems logical to just kind of like lay it flat. I am looking at, like, I saw a thing on Amazon for like 12 linen-free kitchen towels, just like super. They're like not very thick, but they're kitchen towels. You can use them to do vegetables, stuff like that. Like you just mentioned, putting it under the cutting board. But I gotta get that. For now, it's gonna be up to the two homies that are in my dirty clothes pile. Cut through it. Don't hurt myself. See, so yeah, my deal is sometimes maybe I need to like look at how am I holding the knife right? Hold up. I feel like that's right. Come at it from the side angle. Maybe I should maybe I should angle this, not my body. So we'll do it like this, just a little bit to help make it a little easier. I don't know. That's a thick one. That's definitely a thick one. Pointer finger and thumb holding the blade. Rest of fingies on hand. Okay. Like I said, I'm new. I'm a beginner. I mean, I've cooked a little bit, but really just trying to make food. Just trying to survive, homie. But thank you. I'll try this. I'll keep this in mind. And I don't think I have a sharp enough blade to safely do this. Maybe this is not the right way to do it. I mean, I know that's not, but I cut it and I didn't cut myself. We're good. One of these was very thick. That one's a little thick. Let me hold that. That's a little thick, but we'll make it. You trying to eat too? Yeah, this is, that's my whole thing behind it. You're gonna be I'm gonna be eating the rest of my life, and I can either pay people to make it for me and pay more money, or I can learn how to do this. I recently went to Aldi. Aldi has a lot of, I mean, they don't have like a terribly huge amount of range of like what you can get, but they do in like brand. I'm talking brand wise. They do in the sense that like you can go to Aldi and get chicken thighs, or you can go to Aldi and get this and that for making food for yourself instead of getting frozen meals, which I'm trying to stray away from because it's boring. Yeah. They also do sell a lot of, as you can see, crumple nuts. Yeah. Yep, they do sell a lot of legumes. Yep. Fair selection of legumes right next to the bread. Hope I'm not, does it feel weird that I'm like looking this way instead of this way? Should I look up this way a little more? My dad's gonna like that one if he sees it. Also, for the record, I am keeping an eye on consistent like cuts. The only problem is I think with each break I've had, my idea of what's the right size might have changed. Like that, those are some long fries. I just have some that are longer than others. I don't know. Is it weird that I'm like looking towards my computer monitor, which is right here, instead of the camera, which is up there? Because that might be something I have to change in the future, and I don't mind. I'm just curious. I could definitely, I don't know. I'll see what you have to say. Nah, I'm good. Good. I'm glad. How's the music level? Just out of curiosity. Are you chilling? I can actually hear it a little bit. Like a TV show. Look at me. Speaking of other places that this will be, not necessarily TV. Also, don't judge me. I'm going to do this safely. AKA, line it up. Take my other hand away. And then do that. It didn't work at all. Yeah, that ain't gonna be a fry. This one's an app like it's a little too thin. Can't win it all. This will be on YouTube. I think it will not be the entire VOD unless somebody is interested in that, in which case I could do that. I mean, the whole thing is being recorded right now through my Streamlabs. But oh my gosh, I definitely just threw like that entire slice in the trash. Okay, anyways, that's a little bit of I don't know, I threw that one slice in the trash and then thought, oh, I gotta put that there. Anyways, we got almost all of it. Dang it, that was the last one too. Nonetheless, this will be on YouTube. I'll probably cut it down and just kind of talk over it about what I'm doing. So if you just want to get the meat and potatoes and the recipe, check it out. I think that's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna let these sit. I'm gonna let them sit for probably 20 minutes to see how impatient I am. I'm also gonna preheat my oven to 375 right now, and you're probably gonna see me checking it because my oven does not preheat to what it says it is, and I have a thermometer in there, and I'll use that to see what it's actually at. But we're gonna go for like 360 to 375. So let me do that real quick. I cannot believe I did that with my potato. Alright, have fun lurking. If I need anything, I will shoot you a message. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, those are going to sit for probably about 20 minutes. We will let them go there 20 minutes. I'll keep an eye on the clock. While that's going on, we are going to work up our chocolate shake that we're going to be working on. So this boy's going to go back here, away, and excuse me while I wipe the nose. We're going to get our chocolate shake stuff, and we're going to get that lovely stuff out and just get it going. Because then we're going to put it in the fridge and save it for later. I feel like that's the most easiest thing to do. So give me just a minute while I get everything I need. It's very simple, but I still need to make sure I grab the right stuff. And this bad boy is only going to sit out to see, and I'm going to move these over here away from the electronics, but this bad boy is going to sit out and we'll see how long it takes to like soften up to what I want. Because I only have an immersion blender. You can do this with an immersion blender or you can do it with a regular blender. I have an immersion blender. I'm not sure. I don't want to break it. And it's a very nice immersion blender. I don't think it will break, but I'd rather have it just kind of go through the soft ice cream rather than trying to go through hard ice cream. If you have a blender that you think can go through the hard ice cream, I won't judge you. I don't care. Go for it. I don't think I do. I'm at least not going to bet on it. Lovely immersion blender. And we will hook this bad boy up and plug it in over here. Excuse me while I hide momentarily. Okay, what this bad boy says to do is put about 3/4 cup into 3/4 cup milk and 1/4 cup chocolate syrup, which I actually am going to measure it out a little bit because I do care a little bit. Some things I'm like, meh, but the first time around we'll stick to what we're looking at. Okay, that's a 1/2 cup, and a half plus another half of a half is 3/4. Lovely. Cool. That's all the milk we need. Set this way. And then we need 1/4 cup chocolate syrup. And I think this is all we need for the measuring scoops. Oh, I need 3 technically half scoop sized ice cream things, but we'll just kind of eyeball that, I think. maybe it was a better idea to just kind of go and eyeball it into the cup with the chocolate syrup because it's going to stick a little, but no harm, no foul. It's actually rather viscous for sitting in the fridge for, multiple days. I didn't think it would be this viscous. I thought it would be a little harder to get out, but and then I hate to be like, I don't like doing more dishes than I have to, but since I'm trying to do everything nice and properly, I am going to use this spatula, this little scraper that would otherwise go unused. So if you don't like doing dishes, maybe just kind of eyeball it, probably better. I don't know. Alright, we'll set this, we're gonna set that in there and say we're done with it. I'll set this bad boy, my gosh, I don't have, it's a clean cooking space. What am I doing? Okay, immersion blender. Let's see how this bad boy works. I'll be honest, I am rather nervous. Okay, just checking. I didn't know if it was a switch or a button, and I didn't want to turn it on if I didn't know how to turn it off. Get the, sorry if that's really loud, move it back. Basically, we're just mixing it up the easy way. Okay, and that is done rather well, if I do say so myself. Let me get a paper towel to set this on, just so I'm not setting this. The other stuff is fine, it's just some chocolate. I'll wipe it off with a finger, but this is liquidy now. Keep all my cutting stuff together, all this stuff together. Give me a sec while I put this back because we're done with this. Okay, now 3 half-cup scoops of ice cream, or 1.5 cup scoop of ice cream if you are really strong. Half cup. Look at the cup size. Look at this. That's about a half cup. Put that bad boy in there. Get another one about the same size. That's a little big, so you know what we do? We average it out. I'm gonna put the this one is gonna be a little under a half cup. You know what? This looks pretty good to me. And am I done with it? Think mark. No, just in case. Well, I have that in case I want to scoop it and mix it in. Okay. And I am going to use this to beat it down a little bit because, like I said, I am a little nervous with the immersion blender. I don't know how well this is going to go, but based on the first, based on my first encounter, which was that, I feel rather confident that this will make light work of it. However, we are going to go very cautiously. So we'll try it. We'll kind of push down in there. Ooh, that almost shot out. Let's put our hand over that. You can see the vanilla in the bottom. Maybe you can see how good or not good of a job I'm doing. But okay, that actually seemed to have worked rather well. I'm going to take my scraper and kind of run it around the edge to see if I got anything stuck. But other than that, we're not looking too bad. I think I got this off the Betty Crocker website, and it says it makes 2 servings, and I did do this by the book. Like, I did do this exactly as it said. This just looks like 2 rather small chocolate shakes, but the good thing is that it doesn't totally matter. I mean, it's just chocolate shake. You could really just kind of throw all this in a bowl and not look at any of it eye-wise and just add as you want. And I will probably drink this all. So 2 shakes, 2 small shakes, whatever. I don't really care. Alright, we're going to call that good. I'm going to take the head off the immersion blender because we will not be using it anymore. 1, 2, 3, and I got drips all over the counter anyways. We're going to set it in the sink, this bad boy. We will wipe off, and we will also set it in the sink. Wrong sink though. Right sink's going to be for equipment, left sink's going to be for if I clean anything, or if I rinse anything. Like these potatoes in about 15 minutes, not even. I'm going to put this in the freezer. We're going to keep an eye on this. We don't want our chocolate shake to be frozen, which I think is what the milk is for. I don't really know. We don't want our chocolate shake to be frozen, so we're just going to keep an eye on it and make sure that as we go throughout, look at it. It's just like ice cream. If you want to eat it, you take it out of the freezer 5 minutes before and set it in the fridge or on the counter. We'll just do that. Give me 1 second. due to my very tiny freezer, we're just gonna take those, take my lunchbox out. It just has an ice bag in it, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Not that you can really see it anyways. Okay, now that we're done with that, we are going to make a little bit of burger sauce. You can make burger sauce with mayo, ketchup, a little bit of pickle juice. You can add all the seasonings you want. You can look up any burger sauce recipe you want, really, or if you have one that you like, you can make that. I'm gonna go with a really simple thing. I'm just gonna do mayo and a little bit of Frank's Red Hot, and just have a little spicy burger sauce. I like just a little bit of spice with my food, so, and you don't really have to measure this. Do it to how it looks or how you like the taste. It's fine whatever way. So give me another second, I'm gonna go grab that. We got mayo, we got Frank's. I really like hot sauce. Not like terribly spicy stuff, but I like just enough to give it a kick. I just started living in this apartment a while ago, and I had to like re-get stuff for my apartment. And I have like 3 or 4 different types of hot sauces. One is like a dressing, but I really like that stuff. So go get some Cholula, Sriracha, some Frank's Red. If you like hotter stuff, get hotter stuff. I don't mind it, but I'm not the hugest. I don't know. I just like the tang and the like little bit of kick. So since we're only making 1 or maybe 2 burgers tonight, I'm making 2. But since we're only making 1 or 2 worth of sauce, we're just gonna do a good amount. If I have a little to save for later, I'll probably I'll just throw it in the fridge. I have 3 burgers worth of meat, 3 third-pound burgers. But I don't know if I'm gonna make all 3 tonight. I might just make 2 and make the 3rd one after stream or shortly tomorrow. But then the good thing is you just kind of add this as much as you want. If I make it too spicy, I'm only ruining it for myself, so I'm not terribly worried. Another spoon. I guess I could have wiped off that scraper, but you live and learn. I don't know. I'm very interested in like the logistics of actual cooking and like being in a restaurant and cooking, so I don't know. That would probably be not allowed, which is okay. Like I said, I'm learning, and some stuff I'm a little, I don't care as much because it's just for me. I'm not like, if I'm serving to other people, I'm way more mindful of like what I'm doing. So like with the nose wiping and stuff, I don't really care because it's just going to me. But if I'm cooking for other people, I for sure would rather be safe than sorry. I do not want other people's germs in my food, so I'm not gonna put my germs in other people's food. So I put a fair amount of reds in there, but you can see, or Frank's, you can see it's not too color changed. I will say it does smell rather saucy, so I'm gonna put just a drip or 2 more, but I'm not gonna kill it. Hey Fernando, how are you doing today? What brings you to the stream? Just looking around and stumble upon it? That's a fair bit more. We'll see how hot that is. Give this guy a good old mix again and see what happens with it. And we're probably gonna call it. And I'll just set this back in the fridge just because I won't use it until a little bit later. So keep it cool. After all, it's basically mayo and hot sauce. You might as well keep it cool. That's good. We're going to steal a dab off the corner. Little guy. Yeah, that's good. Basically just, it kind of tastes a little pickly, but like I said, it's just Frank's. So if you know what Frank's tastes like, and you know what mayo tastes like, and you can taste Frank's with a little more viscosity, then you know what this tastes like. Let me take this all to the fridge. Let me make my chat a little bigger as well. Saw that message from Fernando, but like I said, this is the first time around. Gotta make sure I catch the messages. Sure would hate for somebody to message and think I'm ignoring them. So if you're still here, Fernando, hey, I didn't ignore you. It just took me a sec. I hope it didn't take me too long to see your message. Next, let's get out what we got for toppings. We made the hot sauce. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of cheese. I have some cascabella peppers, because I like those. It's kind of like what you could get at a Steak and Shake, if you know what that is, the little yellow peppers. It's not too hot, but it's got a little bit kick to it. Yep, I'm gonna make a burger here pretty soon. I am just getting stuff ready, and I'm soaking some potatoes for some fries. and just kind of rolling along. But I am getting the toppings out for my burgers right now. So let me grab those. Make sure I got it all. Cheese. We're going with classic American. So the cheese talk. I bought sharp cheddar, and then I thought, that's not a very good melter. I'll buy Colby Jack, and I thought Colby Jack doesn't really go with hot sandwiches, at least in my opinion. And we're kind of straying away from the classic burger thing. So I thought, you know what? What's good than some cheddar? So some Kraft cheddar. I mean, this is white cheddar, or I mean white American. This is American, but I don't really care. I think it'll be just fine. Just gonna set this back here. Cascabel peppers. Like I said, hot chili peppers. We'll see. I'll probably cut the stems off them because I definitely don't want to eat them. But they're just chili peppers. You could cut these in half as well if you don't want seeds. If you really don't like spice, and say you try it and you're like, this is a little too much spice for me, you can cut it in half, cut the stems off, and then kind of take the innards out and the seeds out. It will not be as easier since these are pickled. It will be a little bit of a softer flesh of the vegetable, if that's what you call it. But you definitely can if you want to. Don't get me wrong. So I'm just going to set this stuff back here. The buns I actually already got out. Fun fact. I forgot to take my buns out of the freezer at a good time. So if you see over here, my oven, this is where all the heat escapes when it's preheating, and I was seasoning this cast iron pan skillet earlier. So the heat was escaping from my oven, which was about 400 to 450. And I just said 10 minutes, 20 minutes before stream, I said, we'll take them out and set them over here because they were frozen. So, but we made it. I'm gonna take a moment to put away the immersion blender because we're totally done with it. The battery, at least. I don't want it to stay out. Do my wire up as nice as I feel like. I have to put it back in the cup once I clean it. So. All right. And then what is next? We have extra time still. Ooh, it has been 20 minutes. We're gonna work on these bad boys. The oven preheated. It's preheated. It's going. So I'm just gonna leave it right now. But we're gonna drain these bad boys, and then we're going to throw them with a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm gonna put some garlic powder, some salt, and some pepper on it. So we'll actually walk through that. But I feel like that's just a pretty simple fry. You can of course add all kinds of seasonings. You can make like a Cajun seasoning and put that in your fries if you want like Cajun fries. Basically, it's all whatever you'd like to do. So it's pretty forgiving. Worst case scenario, you just make some fries that don't taste good. But if you do a little bit of time to look at your seasonings beforehand, I don't think you'll goof it up that bad. Okay. Make sure we don't lose any fries. I could grab a strainer, but I'm a little lazy. So you can see the bowl is almost inverted. I'm rather certain. Why we do that with the fries is we actually want to get the starch out. Why? Good question. But we do want to get the starch out, so I don't know why. But apparently it makes them bake better. I'll have to do some research on it. I love looking up stuff, so I'll probably look it up and figure out why. One of the things that I would really like to know is why food does what it does to other ingredients, and like why it matters that. I feel like that's really prominent in baking, which I want to get better at, but I'm not that good at. So like I said, pretty healthy dose. This is 4 medium russet potatoes, so there's a good amount of fries in there. We're not going to drown it, but we're going to give it a fair bit of vegetable oil. We want a lot of vegetable oil for it to soak in. And while I'm looking, since we have a minute, I'm going to check my oven, see what it's at right now. Man, we're at a perfect 375, right on the dot. Like I said, it's hard because my oven is not, doesn't measure what it's at. It says it's at just above 350, maybe 355, so that's all I'm saying. That was a fair dose of salt. If it's over salted, I'll live, I'm young. Some pepper. Pepper I am less crazy with, but like I said, 4 russet potatoes. So, awesome. Let me see what that says. GDad69, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. How are you doing tonight, GDad69? You can type in the chat if you'd like. Love to have a conversation. What up? What brings you to the stream? Also, just some lovely garlic powder. You can put this stuff on anything. I mean, mostly anything. I think it's pretty good. Give my hands one quick wash because I am going to put them in the food now. But not that they're really dirty. But we're gonna give this a nice mixing, make everything covered with each seasoning and oil, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven. So we're making good headway. And you can obviously look with some things it's easier than others. Like I can see the peppers getting mixed up pretty well. I don't like a lot of pepper, so I'm pretty happy with the consistency that it's like spreading over the fries with. But if you look in and say you've got seasonings you can see and you're like, I'm not seeing enough of this, add some more seasoning. It's about to go in the oven. It's fine. Hold it up to the light a little bit. I'm pretty happy with it. I can definitely tell by my hand is covered in stuff as well. Love the all these nuts comment. Yeah, pretty good one. That crumple nuts has got some good ones, but I like that one too. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Throw a little more salting just to be safe. Like I said, if it's over salted, I'm only hurting myself. You can also salt after. I probably won't. I'll try it fry after I cook because I've added a fair amount already. All right, this is done. We've got our sorry about that, ribbon baking sheet lined with non-stick parchment paper. We're gonna just throw these bad boys on here. You can see there's a fair bit of oil. Maybe I should just take it off of my hand. The oil stuck to the bottom a little bit. I'm sure I didn't get every drop of water out as well. I didn't dry my bowl, but we shall be fine. Ooh, another step. After you do this, that was a very messed up fry. Usually it's a good idea to dry your fries. I didn't do that, so. But as I said, learning to get better, and I'm trying to do this whole streaming thing at the same time. I mean, I'm not really too upset about it, but definitely after we do the fries to get in the cold water to get the starch out, dry your fries off. That's a good idea. I didn't, but now we'll see what happens if you don't. We can report back once these are done. I'm gonna flatten them out. There's a lot of fries on this baking sheet, a fair bit more than I thought would be for 4 potatoes. I'm gonna make sure basically just that none are on top of each other, hugging each other too close. There's no clumps. We do want it to bake evenly, especially if you have thicker cut fries at some points. Like that's a thick one. That one might not get done all the way, but we'll keep an eye out for it. Just a little bit of reference. I made 2 medium fries, or 2 medium potatoes, like when I did this for the first time, and that was enough for me if I wanted like a ton of fries. Like just a little bit more. When you get something at a restaurant, you're like, wow, that's the actual serving of fries. That's about how much that was for me. So four potatoes, I would say, would probably safely feed 2, as well as 2 burgers would probably feed 2. I might eat both of mine. I'm probably gonna eat both of mine since I'm making both, but unless it's bad, unless it's really, really bad, and it might be. That's the fun of it. Sometimes it is way more frustrating than I will care to admit, but it's the only way to get better. So fries are just about. I'm gonna pick and choose a little bit. Fries are pretty evened out, if you can see. They're going in the oven. 375. We're gonna take a look at them in 10 minutes. I think I'll do 10 to 15, but I'm gonna look at them in 10 just in case something unexpected happens. As in the heat on my oven goes wonky and they get really hot. Place them on the middle baking rack to keep them from, if they're too high to the top, they'll crisp a lot. Like they'll, you know what, I'm going to move them to the top baking rack, because usually if you have something on the top baking rack, the heat hits the top and comes back down and crisps it. But maybe that's what I'm going for. But we'll do that. Make sure it's not too hot. I am going to grab an oven mitt just because the specific heat of these are very low, so they are already warm. Okay. Now we are going to start doing our burgers. Let me grab all the stuff for it. Got a pound of ground beef chuck. Luckily, the seasoning for it, we're just going good old salt and pepper. Pepper, salt. That's it. And we're gonna make smash burgers. These are parchment papers for that, but I'm gonna set them off to the side. Let me take a knife. Let me make sure I got everything that I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm done with this knife, so I'm gonna use it to open up the burgers. Now that I've touched meat with it and I don't want to mistake it and use it again, it is going in the sink. That's another thing that I'm interested in is, like, obviously I don't want to give myself sickness, so just trying to make sure that everything is in the right area as far as like food safety. Get this wrapper off. I'll keep the tray for now. So this is a pound. I'm gonna try to make three 3 third pounders, so I can use all 3 for this. I'm gonna grab a smaller knife because I do need to section them off somehow. I don't want to just like grab them with my fist, even though I have clean hands. That is about a third of that, I would say. We're gonna go for that. Cut it. I'm sorry for the lovely squeaks. I can't stand that noise. We're going to grab our 3rd pound, set it here. And this is gonna be my meat handling tray, so I don't get germs everywhere. Take another 3rd pound. Do that, and actually this one I think is, since I cut the middle, it might be a little bigger. These are about the same size, so I'm gonna work with these 2 for now. Basically, we're just gonna make them into a ball. Since it's already ground, I'm just gonna kind of work it into a ball myself. It's not like I'm gonna mash it and then rework it into a ball. A tip that I've heard, because I look at all this stuff to try to prepare myself for this, is they say if you're making this from scratch and you're like grinding your own meat, which I have no business doing because I have absolutely no like resources to do that, don't season your meat before you, like, once you cube it and you're gonna put it in the meat processor, don't put seasoning on the cubes. So I got 2 balls. Bang. Those look rather large. Maybe we should not do that big of patties. We'll make them like 1/4 pounds. And I'll probably end up making all of this meat tonight since it's already thawed. I don't want to put it back in the fridge, especially since I've touched it with my hand. I might as well heat it up to hot enough to kill germs. So that'll probably be an after hours kind of deal. Which, by the way, I'm thinking, after I do the actual stream, the prescribed stuff that I said I'm going to do, it might be kind of fun to, slip on a cool little filter and do something for like an after hours type deal for the stream. As in like sit and chat while I'm either cleaning or making extra food that I have to make that isn't just like what I said I was going to make. So I thought that'd be cool. We have that done. I really wish I had some gloves, but I don't. So I'm going to probably be washing my hands a lot during this time. We're going to season the top with salt and pepper, and we'll put the burger on the skillet, seasoning side down, because that way we will get it to, season the bottom once we flip it over. I'm also going to turn on my cast iron skillet. This beef is just ground chuck, straight up ground chuck from Walmart. It's 80-20, so 20% fat. Like I was saying though, I am going to turn up my burner to medium high, and I'm going to put some vegetable oil in it to get that going and ready, because cast iron takes a while to heat up. And while this is getting ready, I'm also going to toast my buns shortly, so we'll get that going. But that's a fair glug, but we'll make it work. Which, fun fact, yes, it is. It's just regular ground chuck. I bought it from Walmart. It was $3.45 for a pound. Not a bad deal if you think about it for chuck. I'm gonna move that over there. Just wash my hands. I'm trying to keep in mind what I'm doing with my hands. That cast iron skillet, I have another one. I'm not gonna go grab it because it's in my drawer, but it's down there in that very inconvenient drawer right there. And that's what I've been using. It's 10-inch Ozark Trail cast iron. But I just got this new Lodge cast iron skillet, and I've seasoned it twice already. They come pre-seasoned. I wasn't going to use it today, but I decided to use it. So I'm actually using, this is the inaugural cooking on this, so I hope it goes well. I'm going to season first, and then I'm going to kind of readjust my burgers because this guy's getting a little malformed. So I'm going to do the seasoning in my hand because salt is very fast pour. It's burgers, so we're going to season it pretty liberally. That guy's even going to use a little bit more. And look at it, and why not a touch more? I'm pretty chill with the salt. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, good. Get the excess right there. 80-20 makes the best burgers. I cannot attest. I've probably eaten a fair share of 80-20, from my father when he makes burgers for me. This is my first time going at it myself, so we're gonna give it a go. Fair bit of pepper. Can't really see it that well, but there's a fair bit of pepper on there. I'm not trying to kill it, but enough to season it. You don't want bland beef, that's for sure. These bad boys are done for now. The skillet is warming up. Unfortunately, I have very uneven burners, so the oil I have to keep moving so it doesn't just stay on this side, but we'll get there. I'm thinking about purchasing a induction stovetop, just one, so I could cook over here. I feel like that'd be a good idea. Let me check the fries. They're bubbling. think it's been about 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Close? Okay. I'm not gonna fiddle with this guy because it's just going on the skillet. We can only cook one at a time, I think, judging by the size. So I'm just gonna go one at a time. I'm gonna throw a tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna toast all my buns now, though, right now. Pre-cut my lovely little tablespoon or so of butter. We're gonna toss that bad boy in the skillet to get it cooking. Get it covering the bottom. Come on. Get it melted. There might be a little too much oil, but we'll make it work. I'm not judging myself. Just trying to melt the rest of the butter. It's swimming a little bit. Not a lot, but we'll make sure that this is not a oily burger, as in the buns. I don't care about the actual burger, but the buns I definitely don't want to be too oily. So, set our freshly defrosted burger buns down, and we will just kind of pat them in there. I'm going to move the butter around. Like I said, since I have uneven burners, I'm going to move the butter around, make sure it hits every end, and then we're going to wait a sec. Next to go on will be the burgers. I just threw away that plate. I still need it. So we're gonna know. Wonder if paper plates. Set it over here, away from any other meat. I'm super paranoid about that stuff. Take a peek at it. It's getting there for sure. We'll let them cook for another minute or so. Definitely need to push them down a little bit to ensure that they brown around all edges and in the middle. But we're getting there. How are we looking? We're still kind of going. Last time I did not turn my heat up high enough, fast enough. So I'm going to turn them up fast. My voice is low. Sorry, it's because I'm at my stovetop. I'll try to speak up for my. Thank you for letting me know, though. So what I was saying was last time with my fries, I didn't turn the heat up fast enough, so I'm going to do that now to kind of crisp it and not have mushy, like, gross, soft fries. I want them to be crisp on the outside and, you know, kind of fluffy, like an actual fry, if you were to fry it. These bad boys are definitely done now. We'll flip them and we'll toast the other side for just a second. Not that it totally matters, but yeah, I'll make sure I speak up from there. I don't want it to get too low. One of them got a little crisp, but that's the lovely job of me trying to do both of these, so I'm not terribly upset about it. One of them got very crisp. It's because it's at the other end. We're not going to mess them up too bad, so maybe we'll throw another one on. That guy got it. So you can see these ones were away from the tilted side of the stovetop, but you can see these ones were definitely closer, especially this one. We'll see. The good thing is I'm not picky. We'll do the old scrape method if I really have to. I might throw another one on though. Give me just a moment. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll throw another one on real quick. Make use of the butter we have. And now we're getting to the point where our stovetop is rather hot, or our cast iron is rather hot, so we're gonna take it out of the, we're going to take our oven mitt out so I don't burn myself, because these boys get hot. Mix it around, get a fair bit of stuffings on there. I could probably use a little bit more butter, but I'm not gonna fret over it. I'm pretty not picky, so I'm just gonna get the buns warm and a little toasty, a little crisp. And then we're going with the first burger. That's gonna be the real test. I don't know how it's gonna go, but that's the fun in trying, I guess. Yeah, definitely could use it. Needs more butter, so I'm just gonna toast them and make them actually toasty, not like as nice as these two on the left. So it's not gonna look pretty, but it's gonna be toasty. I don't know. That's all I got. Woo, man. Okay. We at least have one really good one. Maybe I have to toast it with butter. I guess we're learning now. Ugh. So that's two rather interesting buns and one okay one. Whatever, we're doing the burger. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of give the explanation I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this over here. I have this to help me flatten it. I don't have a big spatula, so I'm gonna take this to help me flatten it. We're gonna set this guy's seasoning side down, put a piece of parchment paper on top of it, flatten it. The parchment paper will help it not stick. We'll let it cook for a couple minutes until we can see the crust form around the end, and then we'll flip it. So I'm gonna take this whole tray over there, and that's what I'm gonna go for. Wish me luck. Seriously. Take the ball of meat, throw it in. Set parchment paper down, set this down. Don't burn yourself. Look at this. That bad boy's smashed. Turn the heat down a little bit so I don't set off my smoke detector. Yeah, I'm nervous that I'm going to set off my smoke detector. This could go very not well. A little bit of fanning because I'm not sure how this is going to end up. Maybe I need to go open my window. I probably should. We're going to give that a go. I'm going to go open my window. Give me just a second. Alright, window is open, hopefully, and the steam has turned down. It's been going for a couple minutes. I need to season the top side of this. Give me just a second. I'm trying to not lose my place. Seasoning on the top, and then some pepper. Pretty basic stuff. And we're gonna flip it, because I can see it's cooked on one side. So scrape it up. Try to keep the meat together. Flip. There is a rather good crust. Keep the heat down. It's not going to do me much right now because cast iron holds heat a lot. We're going to take a couple cheeses, a couple slices of American cheese, and throw that bad boy on. On the top side, by the way, obviously, because that's the side that's up. Alright. Let that cook for a second. We're definitely not going to touch stuff for a second. We're not going to put the second burger on until probably later, just because this is, I got to make sure that I don't repeatedly set my fire alarms off, smoke detectors off. While we're doing that, we're going to get our plate of buns, with two of which I will use. These guys are trash. We will be using, we'll be using them. I'm not that picky. Give me just a second to get the mayo and get that going. So, kind of speed put it together. First one we're going to do is just going to be like not very trying, and depending on how this is going, I might not try the other one just because it's very hard to hear you. I'm like right here, so I don't know, but I will make sure to speak up. Maybe it's because the oil, you can hear the oil in the background. I put the mayo on, let me get my burger. It's time to do that. Put the burger on. That bad boy stuck on my new cast iron. This is the top side. Let me come back over here. Things are rough. This is not easy. I didn't expect it to be. I didn't expect it to be this bad. I have 2 bun bottoms. Are you kidding me? What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Okay. One burger is done. We're going to cut it in half entirely to ensure that it is cooked through, because I'm not going to eat a raw burger and get sick. I am... There we go. One burger. Slightly burnt on the top. Don't pay mind to it. I also couldn't smash it as much. It's a lot harder than I thought. We'll try again with the second one, but I'm going to give this thing time to lower the heat. And I'm also going to grab this scraper and scrape a little bit because I don't want it to start on the cast iron. Yep, what you gotta do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stay in there. These things are crisping up. They're still kind of giving me a little trouble. We're lowering the heat. Still on the cast iron. Let's get a knife out and see what this tastes like. My hopes are not lovely, but we'll see. Maybe I'll surprise myself. Hopefully I can actually eat this for dinner tonight. Here's the lovely cross section that is not very well put together, but you can see in there. I got some sauce on my fingers. You can see in there. It's a cooked burger. It does not look wonderfully cooked on camera, but I'm telling you, it's brown. Maybe it's the white balance, but it is cooked. So let's give it a bite. Let's see how it tastes. I'm interested to see after how hectic these past 10 minutes or so has been. The bowl on the side of the mouse. I'm sorry, Fernando. I just saw your message. If you're talking about this, these are cascabel peppers. They're just little sweet chilies. I mean, they're hot chilies. So they're nothing crazy. They just add a little spice, and I'm gonna, if I make the second burger, I'm putting them on the second burger. We'll see. I'm gonna enjoy this one because it tastes kind of good for now. But we'll make it work. It actually tastes rather good. Yeah. Just little hot peppers. If you've ever had Steak and Shake, the burger restaurant, they work rather well there. I mean, is it pretty? Not really. But for me, oh my gosh, why? I need to be careful. I gotta open the windows more. Give me a second. Make sure that I really don't want to set off my smoke detectors, and there's just a little bit of smoke in the oven. Fries are in the oven. Let's see how they look. They still need to go a little longer, so I'm gonna let them go. Actually, no, we're gonna take them out because I don't know. There we go. 1 second. And that's all it takes. Lovely. We'll see if it goes back on. It probably will. Let me get the fries out. There's the fries. They're a little crisp. We're gonna let them sit for just a sec because they're really hot. This has been much more stressful than I intended. I spent a lot of time planning this, and it is a little rough. But like I said, there's a first time for everything, and this is hopefully the most stressful time of making burgers. Probably won't be the most stressful time of trying to stream, but we'll work it out. We're getting there. I'm alive and I'm eating edible food, so give me a second. We are going to transfer this complete burger to an actual plate, sorry. And we're going to let that sit. This bad boy's going over there because it's still good to use. Bad boy's going there for when I decide to make the second burger. A little nervous for that. Did not taste the burnt part. There is a very little piece of this that is burnt, but I did not taste it, so I'm gonna use it on the other burger. I don't, like I said, I'm just trying to eat, so. Thanks, Fernando. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Man. A little too much sauce. It's coming around the edges, but this actually does not taste that bad. Not that I expected it to taste bad, but so far we're making it. We're learning. That's for sure. I thought this would be a lot easier to cut on YouTube. We'll see how easy this is to make look nice. Let me enjoy the edible food I do have before I attempt to make the other food. The burner is almost off. I'm gonna take it off completely. Holy Lord. Thank you. JAPONEGO_01. And thank you, Tribal for DO. Thank you guys all for the follows. Thank you both, and thank you, Fernando, for that follow just a minute ago. Thank you, I appreciate it. You are currently watching me attempt to cook. I made one burger, and it didn't turn out terrible, but all I'm saying is I gotta wait a second to regain myself before I put the second burger on, which is over there, just because it there's a fair amount of smoke in my apartment is what I'm trying to say, but we're making it. You're Brazilian. Awesome. Very cool. Oh, some Brazilian people. Well, lovely. It's very nice to meet you all. I'll take a moment to speak. Let me finish this bite, and I'll speak a little bit about what I'm trying to go for. Tribolado too? Wow. A lot. No worries. Well, thank you guys for joining. So what I'm doing is I'm cooking burgers, fries, and a shake. We'll see how all of it turns out. The burger didn't turn out terrible. It was a lot to manage all of this at the same time. But what I do here is I try to cook new meals that I haven't cooked before, preferably meals that can be made for not a lot, because I'm a young guy in college and I want to learn how to cook better. And if there's anybody out there who also wants to learn how to cook better, I hope they can watch and either learn from my mistakes or learn with me either way. But yeah, so I'm just trying to learn how to cook. That's about it. And we're making it. It's very messy here. Let me try to clean up a little bit. I don't like messes a lot at all. So we're gonna come back to this stuff for sure. So I'm gonna put this over here. Clean up our workspace. Move our parchment papers as well. So, what brings you guys to the stream? Did you just stumble upon it in the categories, or did you find it anywhere else? There are other areas you can find it, which I'll speak on in just a moment. Let me take another bite. This is actually pretty good. I'm currently in school for music education. I play the saxophone. I'm going to be graduating and getting a job here eventually. But yeah, music ed. Okay. I think I've think I'm about ready to try the other burger. We'll see. Totally honest. The idea I had for my friend Crumple Nuts, I am not gonna try. It's just to put a fried egg on there, but wow, that was a lot to manage, so I'm gonna not do that. I'm just gonna make another one of these. It was actually pretty good. Maybe we'll throw some cascabellas on. If not, I honestly probably won't. Just for the fact that I can make them, you know, I'm gonna make more burgers, and I can do that for them. I can put peppers on. I don't have to do the fries every day, but let's actually grab those and see how that goes. Okay. Our lovely fries. Let's try one. Not as crispy as I would have liked, but in all honesty, I was nervous of smoking out my entire apartment, so we're gonna call it good. The good thing is it is soft on the inside without being too soft. The only thing is the outside isn't soft enough. So, still perfecting. Thank you, Chibolato. It sure is a good effort, so I appreciate it. You can take another look. The good thing is here is the big boy. You can see that the outside was not crisp enough to hold it up, but so we got a little bit of a soggier fries, but they don't taste bad. How am I gonna do this? We're just gonna kind of grab a couple. So for these, I would say let's even less. I mean, maybe just cook them at a higher heat. I'm still trying to find that sweet spot. Some of them turned out like really good. Like I'm really happy with that one. It's crisp. You can't tell too much, but it's crisp on the bottom and top. Right there, you can get a little bit of a look, but it is hard. Now we know for next time. The good thing is I have a lot of potatoes and a fair bit of meat, so I'll probably be trying this again. Okay. I am happy with how they taste though, so it's a semi-win. Okay. Let's see how the shake's doing. I don't know. We're gonna look. We're gonna see what's up. So it definitely needs a mix. We got some bubbles. It is still not wanting to firm up as much, but it is milkshake-like. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a little more viscous than I would imagine a milkshake, but I guess I'm kind of thinking a smoothie a little bit. So it is rather viscous, but I think it works. Let me grab a straw. It tastes just fine. So one sec. So, if you want to know how to make this, I will be putting a more annotated version on my YouTube, which is available. You can subscribe. There's nothing on it right now because this is my first stream, but there is a panel below the stream to go to YouTube. And if you subscribe there, I will be uploading a little bit less hectic version that explains a little better on how to make this. Yes, it is chocolate, Fernando. And you know, so if you want to see that, or if you go and you join the Discord channel, you can also see the ingredients I used to make this, as well as I can post a little bit. I can post the process that I went through as well. Then you can take bits and pieces. If you just want to make the fries, just look at the process for what I did with the fries. So yep, it's chocolate. Let's get it with the good old straw. I think maybe the viscosity thing does work out because when it's a milkshake, you want to be able to drink it. You don't want to eat it with a spoon. So maybe this is a milkshake. Maybe my perception is different. I mean, it tastes fine to me. I'm pretty happy with it at least. So if you do want to join the Discord, you can see ingredients there. If you want to go on YouTube as well, I will hopefully have a better video up of how to do this on there. And hopefully with better results. I'll probably actually go through and refine it. Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm kind of doing a little bit of it as I go. So I'll probably do this again, hopefully in a little bit more of a refined mindset with how to do it well. And you can also follow me on Twitter just to see when I go live and when I send out stuff. That's also available in the Discord, but they're both very equally as good. I don't use Twitter very much, but I am on Discord a little bit. So if you want to join there and chat there as well, that's something you can do. But yeah, all that's found down there. Let me get my mind ready for the second burger. I'm nervous. The good thing is the parchment paper did work well. Let me clean up my shot a little bit. We're not using the cutting board, so I'm just going to slide it over here like it didn't happen. And I have a nice clean kitchen. Thank you. Thank you, SilverPalm3, for the follow. Hey, buddy. I am trying to cook silver, and I'm trying so hard. But the burger is edible. The fries are edible. The shake is edible. It's not as crisp as I would like the fries. The burger was a little rough making. There's a lot of smoke in my apartment, but we're learning. We're learning. I'm going to get my body and oven ready to do the second burger. I'm nervous, but we'll try it. That is lovely hot. Take two in just a moment. How are you doing, Silver? How are things going? So the fries, I put them in a bowl of water to rest for about 30 minutes to remove the starch. Good. Handmaid's Tale. I've never seen that, but it is good that you're doing well. The fries, I put them in the oven. The method I was going for was cook a little bit at lower heat to soften the inside and then crank up the heat to crisp it. Did not work very well, and at this point I think maybe at least with thinner fries it's just better to cook them at a high heat to crisp them. I think I'm overestimating how long it will take to soften them, so that one's not too bad. That one's got some crisp on it, but it's overall they're just a little soggy. I did them in the oven. I didn't actually fry them, so they're fake. Yeah, they're fake. They're fake fried fries, so maybe I'd experiment once I obtain a little better equipment. I would definitely be down to actually fry them, but it was not a journey I was gonna do today, and I'm glad I didn't because wow, it's been a little rough, but we're making it. Let me see how the skillet is doing for the second burger. I think it's ready. We're gonna go for it. We're just gonna give this a go. Excuse me while I hopefully don't do anything dangerous. So, ball of meat, seasoned side down. Parchment paper on top so it doesn't stick. This bad boy, crush the devil out of it. Is it the most effective method to crush a burger? No. Corn dogs from scratch? That sounds really good. Oh. And lovely me took the parchment paper off and then flipped it anyways. Corn dogs from scratch. Smash burgers? This is also my very first time doing smash burgers. This is my first time really doing any of this. The reason I tried is one, because I do like smash burgers, and two, they're thin, so in my eyes, they're pretty hard to goof, you know? At least on the cooking. I don't like raw meat at all, as most people would agree. It makes me nervous, so if it's thinner, the chances of it being raw are much lower. That one actually had a pretty good crust, the first one I made. Hopefully this one is a little better presentation-wise. I will tell you right now, one of my buns is really burnt on top. It doesn't taste different though. Like the first one was a touch burned. It didn't taste any different, so I thought, screw it, we'll stick with it. I don't really care. So we're working with it. Yeah, corn dogs from scratch seem really tasty. I feel like there's a fair bit of stuff. American cheese, yeah, the classic. It was either this or Colby Jack. I feel like doing fried stuff though is pretty interesting. Like, man, what is that called? Funnel cake? Kind of like just frying dough. That stuff's good, but that'd be something I'd want to explore eventually. Just I'm glad I didn't do it today, cause holy Lord. Give me one sec. The crust on this is a lot thinner. Frankly, I smushed it with like a full fist. Last time it was not. It wasn't a true smash burger. Also, run like medium-low. Medium-low is much better. I'm gonna say that so I remember it for when I redo this for YouTube. Medium-low, fair bit better. Now we're gonna flip it though. Well, I'll give it a minute or so more. This guy is done for now. Throw it in the sink. I'm probably gonna use the other half a pound of meat to remake this for YouTube. Hopefully so much better. But not that it didn't taste good. It tasted just fine. Presentation and hecticness was not fine. Maybe I'll post the full VOD to YouTube so they can check it out, because man, was it a little rough. Again, for anybody who's watching, by the way, if you're watching and you're just like chilling in chat and not saying much, say something. I'd love to chat with everybody. Chatting with my good buddies from Brazil, Fernando, Japan, and Tribaldo, so, as well as Silver. And yeah, we're chugging along together, guys. I'm flipping it. Give me a sec. The lovely American is going on. Take our buns that are slightly more burnt. Okay to have a little bit. Sorry, I'm like looking at chat all out of order. Okay to have a little bit of pink. Yeah, I'm usually like, I'm fighting myself. I blame my mom a little bit. My mom is really paranoid on that, but it's raised me to be safe rather than sorry. And now that I'm exploring a little bit, I'm getting crazy. Whoa! I don't know what just happened, Silver. I don't know why you just got timed out. Okay. No worries, as long as you can come back. I was like, I saw your chat just got deleted and it timed out. Whoa. Okay. Maybe, is that a thing I can edit for Nightbot? Because I don't really care if there's cap spam. I'll have to edit that so that doesn't happen. Give me one sec. I will definitely go and edit it. I'll have to do some fine tuning. Fine tuning of both stream stuff and cooking stuff, but we're not in terrible shape. I will say, the meat did get a little burnt onto my cast iron, so that's something I'll have to scrub out later on my new pan. Not upset, but definitely inconvenienced, and I want to make sure that I take care of this pan, obviously. So inaugural cooking will go just fine. It will be repaired and lovely, but oh, he got his shiny. Let me see if I can jump in and give him a couple woo pogs. I did not. I've been going for a little bit here. Took him long enough. How can I get back to just Twitch? Can I just see Twitch, please? Oh, here we go. That's great. I'm really glad for him. Oh, and I also gotta grab my burger. One sec. Let me not lose my mind here. Oven down. Take the cast iron off. Luckily, since I'm not cooking on this anymore, I'm grabbing a spatula. No shame. The cast iron pan is new. I have let me get back there one second. Yeah, do what you gotta do. It's new. I seasoned it. It comes pre-seasoned. Yeah, I know. I was really excited. It's a Lodge cast iron pan. It comes pre-seasoned. I did season it twice anyways, but that was the first time I've ever cooked on it. I do, however, have another cast iron Lodge. I know, it's so nice. And it was on sale, so I thought, let's grab it. Whew, it was hot, but not bad. We're going to cut it. Make sure it's cooked, period. But anyways, yeah, I've seasoned it a couple times. Man, I'm like murdering this thing on the cut, but that's okay. We'll learn. That was the first time. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did season the meat beforehand as well. Not right before putting it on the oven. I mean, it's cooked. This one's definitely a lot bigger, but I think my buns froze a little and shrunk down when I froze them. So. But anyways, slight bit of pink. Yeah, I mean it's very, very light. I think the color correction looks a little more pink than it really shows, but I will say there's a little bit of pink on this, which I'm fine with. I'm not gonna die from it. So let me drop I gotta drop Woopogs in his chat. But yeah, so I gotta clean that, and I used my other cast iron. I just got it like 2 weeks ago. And I've been using it every day, sometimes multiple times a day. So that thing like seasoned up real nicely, and it was a lot. It was an Ozark Trail one, so it wasn't that it was bad, but you could tell the care was not as like meticulous as Lodge is. But I just gotta cook on that thing and get it going. I'll throw some salt on it for the let that coarse salt sit so I can rub a little bit of the roughness out. Probably simmer some water in it for a couple minutes, and we'll call it good. But here is everything. Let's put it all together, even though it is not as pretty as it could be. Let me grab a couple more fries. So, throw some extra fries on there. Here's what we got the first time. This you got to start somewhere. And did it go perfectly? No. But is everything edible and has room to improve? Yes. That's exactly why I'm here. The smile on my face is there because everything did not go perfectly, but I'm also happy that it worked. So got some fries, right? They're like I said, improvement. These russet fries perfectly done, perfectly edible. That's for sure. These are thinner fries. I would say thinner fries. I think I overestimated how long it takes to soften. I'd probably just toss them in at 400, 425, probably 425, and let them crisp up. Leave them on the top rack. With thin fries, and I think that's pretty safe information for that. With the burger, definitely need to be a little bit more uniform. I didn't do it on stream, but next time I go around, oh, my socks! Let me finish this and I'll tell you about my socks because I did this. Yeah, let me tell you, I'll tell you. So with the burger, I would flatten it out. I think I need to kind of take it and just throw it in a bowl even and just kind of get it all loose and then reform it. That way it doesn't want to go crazy. That way it's an actual ball. It's not like something that was just kind of folded into a ball. That's what I would do. But the burgers are fine. I definitely need bigger buns. Toasting the buns. If I'm going to do more than one bun, throw a couple tablespoons of butter in, let them simmer. I could even throw the butter in before the oil because the butter's not going to be in there long enough to burn. It's going to get soaked up. Then throw the oil in. That's fine. But it didn't affect the taste terribly. I mean, I don't taste anything different. And then the milkshake. I think the milkshake went just fine. Maybe I need to get a better cup to serve it in, but the milkshake is nice and viscous enough to drink. It's an actual milkshake, I guess, so. Too small is better than too big. I definitely agree. Last time I made burgers, I made the patty too small because it shrunk a little. This time I got too much. I agree. At worst case scenario, you just pluck some off the side and go like that. But yeah, definite winner of today, milkshake. Least problems. Turned out okay. I'm gonna throw it in the fridge while I eat this burger, but. And yes, Silver, I have some avocado socks that match my shirt. Out of 10, how well you think? Pretty good? Some food? Alright? Keep an eye out for that. Each stream, I got socks on deck. So. Alright. 11 out of 10. This is a good start. Let me check out Crumples real quick. Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be messy. I'm wiping my hands on my pants. I'm not touching any other food other than the food I'm eating. So let me check out Crumples' stream though. Make sure. I want to see where he. I don't know. He's still hatching. Maybe he's hatching his leftover eggs. Oh, he just saved. He definitely got it. Okay, drop a couple Woopogs in his chat. Thank you for letting me know, Silver. Okay. Now I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Chill and just eat. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it's just for me, I'm not as worried. When it's like meat, yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm very paranoid about meat, I'll be honest. But when I'm cooking for others, I'm like even more so. I'm trying to practice good hygiene, food hygiene, just for the sake of it. But yeah, like in the morning, I like come out here in my PJs, and not that I'm like mishandling the food, but man, I don't even, like, I cook eggs obviously, so I don't really wash my hands. But yeah, I probably should at all times, but I'm at least practicing. It definitely helps to have people's eyes on you, so you don't want people to think you're a slob, which I'm not. Just probably not the most cleanly with food, but we're getting better, which is kind of this whole journey. Oh, look at him. He's changing his recent now. What a good man. Second burger, presentability. Look at that American cheese. It's white American, but it's American. Look at the top. It's a little burnt, but it tastes unburnt, so. As long as the food tastes good, yeah. My thing is which the good thing is I'll have another chance to do this when I do it to YouTube, but I do want it to be a little, easier for me. So that's the trying part. My apartment has cleared of most smoke, so that's good. I do have to step away to use the restroom. Let me, man, it's fun. This is fun. I won't lie. I said I wanted to do once a week. I might do one on this weekend, just like lunch. Make a nice lunch meal, plan it out real quick. But I have to use the restroom. Let me be right back. And we're back. Thank you, Silver. I actually made this BRB. I made all this stuff myself because I ordered it through Fiverr and it was kind of a scam. So I learned how to use GIMP, and yeah, let me switch it real quick. Made those in GIMP with about a day of experience. I was very content with how that worked out. I spent a lot of time trying to get that to go, so it works. Yeah, I was very happy to do it. I think I'm gonna try and do Crumple when he has an idea for what he wants for his custom stuff, because it didn't take that long. Yeah, the pre-made stuff is nice. Mine, I just got screwed a little. Like their work looked nice on their about page, and then they just like blatantly, like, I got their stuff and it was rough. It was not the same. Yeah. But we made it work. When Crumble wants to do something custom, I said, send me your ideas, and the good thing is we're buds, so if he sees something he doesn't like and wants to change, he just tell me. Yeah. At first I was a little bummed, but I made the most out of it, so no harm, no foul. We're gonna try frying the spicy mayo. Emotes from Fiverr. I'm gonna have to check out your emotes, so I'll have to check them out later. Any idea when you're gonna stream next? And I will say, toasting the bun took me 20 seconds, a minute. Very much worth it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me, when I'm done with stream, I'm gonna jump over to Crumple stream. We might have to talk there because I will also have to troubleshoot my Nightbot. I'm about to just unmod it, but I probably shouldn't. I'll get that figured out tonight though. I don't know why it's being so touchy. That's kind of what it seems like Crumple Nuts said as well. Is you gotta like find the sweet spot, and the good thing is God bless him, I think I'm more tech savvy than him as far as like navigation as well as kind of getting a feel for what's going on and how to adjust things. So hopefully that is an aspect, whereas if it gave him too much trouble, it won't give me that much, but yeah. Yeah, God bless him. I love the guy. Great guy. Sometimes, he's a good dude. It's just and sometimes it's funny. Oh, look, let me steal a sneak because your emotes didn't get deleted in Hold up, let me kind of full screen myself so I can look at your emotes. Because they didn't get deleted. I can see them in my OBS preview and I want to look at them. Oh, I did see yours. I think I saw yours like a couple days ago, just when didn't you post them in Crumple's stream? I feel like I just saw at least one of them. But I do like them. Cute little blue homie. Yeah, I remember just like earlier this week I thought maybe you dropped them in his stream, but I agree, those are nice and they have like a theme. I think that's like the hardest thing. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's a nice set, and once I feel like that's, if I ever get emotes, that'll be my hard thing, is I want to have something, because I feel like you could use those anywhere. You could use them, like they're not your stream specific. It's not like they would only work ever on your stream. You can throw them in any chat or attach them to anything, which I think is really helpful. Yeah, the theme is all universal, and then once you go into the why is my give me trouble? There we go. That's good. Man, it has been a while since I've thought about Aragon, the book or the movie. Dragon eggs, that's actually pretty dope. I think I like Crumple's sub badges. I think his sub badges are pretty good. I think his emotes, I like his emotes, don't get me wrong. I love his emotes. I think they're not as universal. Well, no, that's a lie. I think that's a lie. That's definitely a lie. They're all Pokemon. I think yours are much more uniformly colored. Like, if you put yours in a group of emotes, you could definitely pick yours out, you know? Like, you could say, okay, these ones are silvers, right? His, maybe you could, but they're all Pokemon. And the ones he has planned that he hasn't released yet, they do fit a good theme, so I agree. Let me take that back. I think his emotes also work well universally. They just might not all look like the same brand, but yours, I like yours. That's good. I also think the Dragon Eggs is a cool sub badge idea. Oh, we're getting full. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's very top secret about him. I'm sure he would tell you. I won't say them just in case there's any reason that he wouldn't, but I'll go hop into his stream right after this and ask him. But yeah, he has 2 more. He has 3 designed that he got on Fiverr. and he wants to. I know he wants to put in another one as soon as he's available. But he's working through the whole progression thing. But yeah, he's got his Wupog set up, which I think is a strong start, and he's got 2 more planned. So he's at least got the 2 already on deck at least. I've got his stream minimized on my right side. He's on the phone with somebody right now. Oh. I think I'm gonna finish this half of the burger, and I think I'm gonna get ready to call it a stream. This was fun. I definitely have some things to alter. If you are interested, go to the YouTube below, and you can sub to my YouTube channel. I plan on putting a revised version up. That's at least the plan. I really hope it goes fairly better. But you can sub to my YouTube and check that out, and hopefully it's a little more linear as well. This was fun to chat, but now I'm going to take it and revise it and kind of make it a little a little more easily digestible in video format. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go follow my YouTube down there. You can also join my Discord if you'd like. My Discord channel is for stream information, but more importantly, talking about cooking and stuff. As I said, I'm very much learning how to cook, so I'd love to chat with some of you guys in there about anything really, about cooking stuff, cooking and equipment, and there is a general chat, but I'd love to chat with some of you guys down there. So if you feel like something you want to do is join the channel, come in and say hi. There's an introduction channel for everybody to say hi to themselves. And right now it's not very populated, but I love for people to start. It's a great start to talk to people and talk about experiences with cooking. We can all learn a little bit from each other. Hopefully we can all learn a little something new. Thank you, Silver. The next stream, unless I do one this weekend, which you can follow me on Twitter or Discord to see when I'll be going live. But the next for sure planned stream is Thursday, the 24th at 5:30 CDT as well. And there we'll be making some chicken Alfredo. I haven't decided on the side yet, but I at least know I'm going to be making chicken Alfredo. And yeah, so Thursday the 24th at 5:30 if you'd like to catch my next stream. Like I said, Twitter and Discord, that's always a good place to see the announcements, so you can always have it on lock. There we go. I'll munch on some more fries. I'm gonna put these bad boys away because I didn't use them, but I'll find a use for them. I mean, I think I'll actually, hopefully when I do the video, I'll have enough time to use one of these bad boys, use more than one, but get those on the burger. I think that'd be probably better to kind of up the game a little bit. The good thing is it's a burger. You just have to cook it well. You put whatever you want on it. Give me just a second. I'm like trying to like not touch my hair and stuff. I don't care. I'm touching my food. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to start cleaning up this lovely mess. Actually, not too many pieces of equipment used. I got to clean up the good old cast iron, so I'm going to do some tender love and care to that. To those of you watching, thank you. Thank you to Silver, Tribolado, Japon Ego _01 and Fernando for the follows. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I will be. Also thank you GDad _69 for the follow. I will be live Thursday the 24th with some chicken Alfredo and a decided side by then. I haven't decided yet. You can look at my Discord to find stream information. Also my Twitter to find stream information. You can also jump in my Discord to chat about anything you'd like. Cooking related. We have a general chat. I'd love to meet some of you guys and talk in the Discord and trade some knowledge. And you can also check out my YouTube where I'll be doing these burgers again, but hopefully a better one. Yeah, thanks, Silver. You have a good evening as well. Anyways, I'm out for the night. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. This has been fun. I learned a fair bit, and hopefully next time we're going to aim to be better. That's the best thing, learning all the time. All right. Thanks, everyone.